Welcome to our series on integers. This is a multi-part series that's going to discuss integers, what they are, and how they behave in different mathematical functions. In this part of this series, we're going to talk about multiplying and dividing integers. There's a very simple rule. The rule is this: when you either multiply or divide two integers with the same sign, the answer is positive. When you multiply two integers that have different signs, let's say one positive and one negative, then your answer will be negative. Let's see this in practice. First, let's take the example 2 times -7. So first thing I would do is do the multiplication without even looking at the signs. So I know that 2 times 7 is equal to 14. Now I have to decide what is the sign that's going to be in front of the 14. Well, I see that this is a positive 2 and this is a -7. So according to the rule, when the signs are different, my answer is going to be negative. Let's take a look at another example. In this one, I'm going to have -6 times -5 equals. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the multiplication without even looking at the signs. 6 times 5 is going to give me 30. Now, I see that both signs are negative. So the rule says if the signs are the same, meaning here I have a negative and a negative, then my answer is going to be positive. Let's do one last one just to drive it home. We have -7 times 10 equals. So here I have a negative sign in front of the 7 and no sign in front of the 10, which means it's positive. So I have a negative and a positive. So without looking at the signs, I do my multiplication. 7 times 10 is 70. And because there is a negative and a positive, then I know that my answer will be negative. The same rule that applies in multiplication of integers applies in division of integers. So let's take a look at 3 examples. We'll do -18 divided by 2, 120 divided by -20, and finally -45 divided by -15. Okay, let's take a look at each one of them. In the first one, I'm going to do the division as if there were no signs. 18 divided by 2, if I do my division, I know that that's going to give me 9. And now I look at my signs. I have a negative and a positive. The signs are different, therefore my answer will be negative. So to the first one, my answer is -9. Let's look at the second one. I have 120 divided by 20. If I do my division, I know that 6 times 20 will give me 120. So therefore, 120 divided by 20 is going to give me 6. And I have a positive and a negative. The signs are different. Therefore, my answer is going to be negative. -6. And for the final one, As you can probably guess, I have two signs that are the same. They're both negative. Okay, so let me ignore the signs. Let me do my division. I have 45 divided by 15. That's going to give me 3, because 3 times 15 is going to give me 45. Now let's consider the signs in front of the numbers. I have a negative and a negative. So both of the signs are the same. Therefore, my answer will be positive. And that's how you multiply and divide integers.